What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTubes? I am Comic Solution, and I am coming at you once again. Today, I'm going to talk about a amazing movie that has changed cinematic history forever. Yes, of course, I am talking about Marvel's Infinity War. And if you haven't seen that movie yet, welcome to the first half of my video, where I will be doing a spoiler-free review of the film. However, before I even start this, before you even watch this video, I want to make this PSA to let you guys know that if you do not like spoilers, take your camera, take your phone, take your computer, throw them all in the deep end of the ocean, get in your car, go to the movie theater, and watch this movie. Because this movie is a cinematic masterpiece. It is one you do not want to get spoiled. It is one of the best movies of our time. Yes, I know I sound like I am out of my mind. Especially if you haven't seen the movie, I might seem like an idiot to you. But it is that good. So without any further ado, let's get into the first half of the video. That will be spoiler free. My good friend Captain Marvel here will be joining me. And Captain Marvel, what did you think about this movie?
Oh, I thought it was pretty good, comic.
Alright, this movie was really good. It did a very good job of piecemealing all these different universes. You have, of course, the Guardians of the Galaxy, who did an amazing comedic role of adding some levity to the situation, the absolute horribleness of this man you see on the side of me, Thanos, who's a big purple monster. You have him, you have the Scarlet Witch, of course, you have the Guardians, who are very funny. You have Thor, who's normally funny in his latter movies, such as Thor Ragnarok. He's not as funny in this film, but what is funny is other characters' take on him, especially Star-Lord and the Guardians. Rocket Raccoon, you have Groot. All of them do very good jobs of their role, and they do an amazing job together in this MCU that we've spent 18 movies watching just to get to this movie, for 10 years in the making. And it doesn't disappoint. As I said, this movie is great. So you have them. In my opinion, two of my favorite characters are Iron Man and Spider-Man, and they really steal the show in this one. You can see that Tony Stark is kind of getting irritated with Peter Parker and referring to him as kid. Oh, kid. Dang, kid, you did it again. Yeah, you're messing me up again, kid. And I thought it was very, very funny. You have these guys who are kind of smartasses, and they do an incredible job of not only providing some entertainment and comedy and levity to the movie, but in just being great characters, being themselves. Star-Lord, of course, another one of those characters who brings some comedic value to the film. Spider-Man is probably greatly of note, Tom Holland, because he's still in his come-out role as Tom Holland, and that's an interesting can of worms that we'll have to go into more depth in the spoilers. So there is that. And then if you saw Black Panther, then you know all about Wakanda. Wakanda has a very big role in this movie as well. All of these characters are coming together, even Bruce Banner, the Hulk. If there's anyone left out, they're probably in the movie. I don't want to give spoilers as to some cameos and some characters who are in the movie that were not announced, but very, very, very interesting correlation of the MCU coming as a whole and just doing an outstanding job of creating this cohesive movie. So, that being said, I did make a very big point about the spoiler, because if somebody spoils this movie for you, it's going to crush you when you watch it. It's going to crush your heart, because this is one of the biggest movies you could spoil. 10 years in the making, and it doesn't disappoint. And it is such a big spoiler, the thing that could be spoiled, that this is kind of like The Empire Strikes Back, the Luke, I am your father. This is one of those movies that when you're an older person, or maybe you're a younger person and you're looking towards the future or the rest of your life, you'll remember this movie. Maybe you're an older person and you've been with the comics your whole life, and this is something you will remember for the rest of your life, because I didn't think that this movie would go this far to do what it does, and it does, and it's great. So, with all that being said, I will go on and just let you guys know this is a cinematic masterpiece. Do me a favor, go see it before you watch the spoilers, and do me another favor, don't spoil it for other people. Okay? And I don't want you to be that guy. I don't want you to watch this video and become that person because you got these spoilers. But before I get to spoilers, Doctor Strange as well. What an incredible job he does of all of his magical powers and becoming almost in conflict with Tony Stark. I felt like there was some really good depth there, a character development there, and you see the antics of these two bouncing back and forth on the team. I thought they did outstanding with it. So, spoilers. If you haven't watched the movie, turn it off. Turn off the video. Even though it's my video, quit watching. I don't want you to watch it if you haven't seen the movie. You'll see that logo on the left side of the screen moving to the right side of the screen. Wait, left? Right? Okay. Yep. Switch it on over, and we're into the spoilers. The Avengers Infinity War. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God. The second half of this movie. Another one bites the dust. Every second you're looking around, another one bites the dust. Hey, you dun, 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 with the seat down, way down low. What a hard pill to swallow. I did not think this movie would go this far to destroy so much. I did not think it would be destroying Spider-Man, the Guardians of the Galaxy. God, the Spider-Man scene was a soul crusher for me. Spider-Man's senses tingling, and he is dissolving, this young boy, dissolving into existence, non-existence. Half this universe is gone. Thanos has won, and the bad guys have lost. That's kind of what The Empire Strikes Back is all about. Luke getting his arm cut off, Darth Vader tells him he's his father, and this horrible, horrible reality has come to fruition, and the Infinity Stones are all in the gauntlet. Vision's death comes to mind, and a lot of people were upset. I can't believe Star-Lord punched Thanos, they said. I can't believe they let Vision into Wakanda to try to get that surgery of the Infinity Stone removed. However, looking into it, a lot of people were upset about the decisions of these characters, but I think that they were somewhat reasonable. I think that the characters would have done these things, that it's indicative of their characters. The only thing I don't really understand is Thanos' love for Gamora. I don't think he's a very loving person. You can call me crazy. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. And if you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your opinion. Of course, Gamora's death was absolutely tragic. Can't believe that happened the way it did. But all the other characters' decisions were just, in my opinion, reasonable. The ending is devastating. And I never thought the studio would go so far to potentially cripple itself for one movie. But that's what made this movie great. And honestly, I don't think the sequel will come close. I think this movie has cashed a check it cannot cash. They may have gone too far for this movie. However, I'm okay with it, and I loved it. So, If you saw the movie, hope you agree or enjoyed it at least a little bit. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5 rating. For those of you who stayed tuned past the credits scene and you saw the Nick Fury scene where they dissolved into existence and you look down at his beeper, there was a symbol on that beeper, and I don't know if everybody caught what that was, but that was Captain Marvel. So I brought my comic book out to discuss that a little bit, and I've been rereading it. Captain Marvel, for those of you who haven't read it, she is a hero, pilot, and Avenger. She got her powers from the Infinity Stone, which ironically is what devastated everything in this movie. And she has the power to turn back time, so the Captain Marvel logo on the beeper could be indicative of what's to come to remedy this situation. I know for a fact, I hope so, because I don't want Peter Parker gone, I don't want the Guardians of the Galaxy gone, I don't want the Black Panther gone, and I don't want a lot of these people gone. And I can't believe what happened. I'm open to other fan theories, that's just my theory. Please let me know if you have other theories or if you want to discuss something about this movie. Other than that, I am done with my review. Thank you for watching. I love you guys to death. Don't forget to keep it Duffy. And stay tuned for more Marvel news.